Well,
Okay.
Cheryl, I want to thank you so much for your willingness to talk about your
Yes,
body
yes,
and your
absolutely.
experience. What we're always trying to do is educate people at never give up, right?
Yes, never give up
It's
in my case,
always
for
good.
sure.
There's always a solution. So, can you tell me what happened around that fall and kind of the consequence of that?
Yes, yes. I was taking a walk and it was snowing, and I thought it would be a beautiful walk to go snowing around my neighborhood. And of course, there's ice underneath the snow. And I hit one patch in one part of my walk and fell down on my right side of my shoulder. And I struggled to get up thinking I'm 25 and I'll be fine. So I continue walking,
Yes.
fell again on the ice, on my right side, my shoulder again. I mean, it was like the identical fall. And so then I, go home and I sit down and I think I'm recovering.
Yes.
And then slowly my shoulder starts hurting, and my knee. My knee also. That's a different issue, but that is also a problem. But my shoulder just, it's like when I would do something, I would have to be protective of it.
Correct.
And I just thought, well, so eventually I would get massages. I get massages regularly. And I'd always say, now it's my shoulder, it's my neck and my shoulder and down my back. It was like spreading to all this sides of my right side. And so she would work on, and I'd feel a little better, things were coming along, and then it would come back, and the next month I'd go through the same thing. Well, I finally then went to a physical therapist. And so she was massaging my shoulder and my neck, and we were putting heat on it, and doing all this stuff, and it would feel okay for a little while, always coming back. And so I just kind of gave up because it didn't seem like I was getting anywhere. And I thought, well, we'll see. So I just
And that's not an atypical pattern either. People will
right.
start with massage to get a little relief,
Yep.
but it doesn't stick. And then maybe they'll start with PT, get a little relief, but it doesn't stick.
Yes. Yeah.
So at that point, you're thinking, what next?
Yes, exactly. I'm thinking, well, I got to live with this, and I'm buying pillows. I must have 5 different pillows to try to fix my neck.
Right.
And of course that didn't work either.
Right.
But I kept thinking another pillow will help.
Yes, indeed.
So then
you were referred?
Then I was talking to my friend, and my friend Peggy said that you had this electrolysis. No.
Laser?
Yeah, the laser thing. I thought, well, maybe that will work.
Yes.
So I got an appointment with Dr. Hendershot, and he said, well, yeah, let's try it. And he worked on my neck and my shoulders and stuff. And so I did that laser thing, but that was another thing. It didn't seem to help the pain in my shoulder, neck, back, whatever was going on.
Right. When there's a mechanical problem,
yes,
the irritation stays ever present.
Right.
You can reduce inflation, but this, again, just short term.
Yeah.
Still helpful, but
it
it's
didn't.
not
It
curative.
didn't go. It's like
so in your case, you're like getting some treatment with Dr.
Yes.
Hendershot. He's working on the shoulder and the neck, and then what happens?
Then I finally say, it's just deep in there. It's deep. It's like not reachable. And he thinks about it, and he gets this little contraption out or whatever, and he thumps my collarbone. And I go, okay, and I felt kind of weird that day. And then the next day I felt tingling in my shoulder. And then Friday morning I stretched my arm up and I felt something move. And then I couldn't move my arm that day, but then I got gradually better. The pain was it wasn't as painful. So I come back in a week to see Dr. Hendershot. So I had this big story to tell him. And so he goes, okay. And so when I said, now I think this must have been out of place. My collarbone must have gone. And he goes, probably so. And I said, now you're going to keep it in place. So I'm coming back.
Yeah.
So we keep working on my neck and keeping it strong, and my back. He's helped my back a lot too, my low back.
So I want to talk about kind of what happened there. You had the fall,
Yeah.
a compression to the shoulder.
Yeah.
The clavicle has meets or articulates with the sternum, and it meets or articulates with the shoulder.
Right.
And he used probably an activator, which is a very gentle treatment tool that we use for smaller joints, and he aptly treated the joints and got that whole area to start moving. And surprisingly enough, your neck, your shoulder, your upper back start to improve.
They do.
And those were the anchors for this pain.
That's amazing.
So
I just never would have guessed.
It's so lovely to talk to somebody who's experienced that relief, because I myself have had the same experience, and I want to give a shout out for Dr. Hendershot for listening to you, for going the next place. Like, okay, what we're doing is not fixing it. What next? And I think that's a sign of a good practitioner.
I call him the fixer.
Yeah. In the best way.
In the best way.
We don't want to refer to it at any crime scenes. Yeah.
No.
Well, anyway, thank you very much
You
for
bet.
your time. It's just been glorious to have you.
Yes. Thank you so
You bet.
much.